Okay then, good afternoon everybody and welcome to my NXT Stand and Deliver review. Man, well, do I got a lot to say about this show today and this afternoon and whatnot, cause what do I have to say about this show? Cause one, I was wondering how many people was really gonna be at this show today. Honestly, I believe this was a half capacity crowd. When you look at it, I don't believe this was a full house, especially with this new NXT going on. And even the crowd I felt tonight, well, not tonight, but today was kind of up and down throughout the entire show. And it's a lot of things to say about this, okay? So, where do I begin? Because this show started like at about 11 o'clock over here, which was the pre show, as we did kick it off with the tag team championships on the line between Toxic Attraction and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. A pretty good match with Wendy Chu coming back after being attacked by Toxic Attraction last Wednesday. Basically, throwing a drink in Gigi Dolan's face. Gonzalez hitting the Chikanga bomb onto JC Jane for the win. So Gonzalez and Dakota Kai become the new NXT Women's Champions. Not bad. I know they had a big video package for basically everything that was going on tonight. Because throughout the pre-show, near the end of it, a lot of people were making their entrances and stuff coming out there. Because basically, what's really was the first match of the show was was the ladder match and whatnot. Okay, and, let me say one thing here too. Like I keep forgetting that this is not a takeover. I've tried not to say takeover, but it's like you want to call it takeover, but it's not takeover. And even like the tag match from before, like it was a good match, but would you really put it on takeover at the same time? No, this probably was a finish you could have put on any show, or even like Raw and SmackDown and whatnot. But going to the ladder match though, like I said, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Cameron Grimes, Solo Sikoa, and Grayson Waller. Even everybody damn near having their henchmen out there with them, from Legado del Fantasma to Trick Williams to Sanga out there, just getting involved throughout the match. It wasn't a bad match. I thought Escobar was low key kind of MVP throughout this whole match. Just the way he was fucking hurricane riding people off the ladder and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Even hitting a big Phantom Driver. I went that damn near off the ladder and everything. But Grimes ended up kind of coming back in the end, hitting the caveman on the Escobar and climbing up the ladder for the win, which I kind of figured it was going to be Cameron Grimes winning since, his storyline was on his dad and how he hasn't won a title since he's gotten to this company, and now he finally won. So it was a very spot-heavy match. It's a ladder match. You expected a whole bunch of insane stuff to go on, especially just to hype up the crowd in the beginning. So it wasn't bad or anything, and, it was good for Grimes getting the win right here. So it was a solid match. Okay, it wasn't bad. So I thought it was enjoyable and stuff. So not a bad win and good for Cameron Grimes. Next, Tony D'Angelo, who had AJ Galante with him. I guess he's from some Netflix show, I believe, or something. But they basically came out like this vintage car. You know what I mean? Because the mafia. These guys tried to say from Chicago. They sound like some New Yorkers. Okay, the New Yorkers out there. But basically dressed like mafia guys coming out there. Tommaso Ciampa came out next, making his entrance. One thing I thought that was pretty cool was that he got a bottle of water and he did the Triple H, water spit in the air entrance and everything, doing that for him. But this match, which even, wasn't a bad match. I thought it was okay, but just, I don't know. Ciampa, of course, in his finisher, D'Angelo kicking out of it. Even D'Angelo and Ciampa with a low blow and try to use the crowbar, but still, end up getting a 2 count in after that. One thing was Ciampa pulled out the mat off the concrete, pulling up on the ground, and they went up to the outside then, which, they went out there. D'Angelo ended up giving Ciampa like a DDT onto the concrete, throwing him back in the ring and just kicking him in the face, and that was it, which Loki kind of felt anticlimactic in a way. So it was okay. But like I said, like the match, like this is basically Champ is on his way out the door from NXT at this point. So I don't know, man. Even D'Angelo kind of kicking out Ciampa's finishes like it was nothing. Just kind of I don't know, man. Something about this match, like it was okay, but it was just kind of. Would you say this was a takeover style match? Not really at the same time, because usually when it's takeover, you go balls off the wall, off the stuff, but I don't know, man. Just I don't know. Even the finish, just with the concrete on the ground, was kind of like okay, and he kicked him in the face, and that was kind of it. And then Champa, he kissed the ring, and basically fans chanted "Thank you, Champa." One other cool thing that happened was when he was walking up the stage, Triple H's music hit, and Triple H giving Tommaso Ciampa a hug and just embracing with him. Because hey, these guys with the black and gold, and we talked about this before. It's a different NXT. They're just weeding out all the black and gold guys at this point. Where does Champa go? I don't know. Will we see him on Raw? Will we see him on SmackDown? I don't know. And it's just good to see Triple H back, at least kind of like, hey, he was the leader of this thing at one point, especially the black and gold and all that, especially with both of these guys. And, it meant a lot to them and stuff. But just seeing Triple H in general, after with his health recently, just nice to see him, back on TV in a way. But that was cool, but it's like I said, it's really sad because it's like, hey, this is the end of the black and gold, folks, and that was the leader right there. So it's insane. Next, triple threat tag team titles on the line. MSK, the Creed brothers, and Imperium, which by the way, they have new music in a way now. I know MSK had a DJ, but Imperium and that coming out to that. It was like generic Kill music. It was like the same thing, but it was like a royalty free version. Like we're not gonna give you the song that we usually play for Imperium because they probably don't want to pay the money for that anymore. But it's like, okay, we're gonna give you this royalty free, cheap off brand version of it, and it just sounds very generic. So don't know who thought that was a good idea, but I guess they didn't want to pay no more money for it. As for the match itself, it was a pretty good match. I was surprised MSK won, beating Imperium. Fans just are not feeling MSK. They have not really felt MSK in a while. And some would say, like I said before, is his dad getting involved? Or apparently something's going on with Wentz right now with his like wife or maybe ex-wife at this point, Kimberly, because I know they were both in Impact. I don't know. Didn't she like threaten to expose him, and then she deleted the tweet? So I don't know what's really going on with that much. I haven't looked up into it, but fans just don't like MSK, okay? And you can hear the boos out there for him. I just thought the Creed brothers were gonna win this match, and we didn't even see the people that attacked the Creeds, Jim, and they said they were gonna be there watching Saturday, but we didn't really get any clue about them being involved. Like I said, it was a good match, but I really expected the Creed brothers going over. And once again, I felt like the crowd was kind of up and down on it at the same time, but they were not really feeling MSK out there. So that's why I'm surprised they won the tag titles. And the Creed brothers were not pinned. So I guess they'll have a match against MSK soon. And they're basically done with Imperium at this point, being the tag champions. Joe Gacy and Harlan were, I guess, somewhere in Dallas. I think it was where JFK was shot at, saying it was a tragedy. And they wanted to unite the people. Next fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. Mandy Rose, Cora Jade, Io Shirai, and Kaylee Ray. Cora Jade coming out with a bunch of skaters. Mandy Rose having like this giant wings on the video wall and then having a podium there, which I felt like she was kind of dressed like Liv Morgan because of the glasses and whatnot. But this match here, okay, listen. I don't think if this was a one-on-one thing with Mandy and Cora Jade, I don't think it would have been that good. Listen, Mandy Rose has been okay, and they've accomplished the goal of what they wanted to do with Toxic Attraction and Mandy Rose, okay. Ring wise, like Mandy is like yeah here and there at the same time, and I get now why they put Io and Kaylee Ray in this match just to make this match look better. Cora Jade is still new and stuff, but I don't think they thought this would have been a good match if it was one on one. That's why they went with a fatal four way. But I am surprised by the finish of this match, though. Io hitting the moonsault on the Cora Jade, but Mandy Rose came in with her running knee to pick up the win. So Mandy Rose still retaining the title. Like I said, the match, I thought, they did what they could, but a couple damn near botch spots out there at the same time. But I get why they made this a fatal four-way. I didn't think Io was going to be getting pinned, and I guess they didn't want to pin Kaylee Ray. But Mandy retained the championship. I am surprised by that. I kind of believe she was going to lose the title right here since, Toxic Attraction lost the tag titles earlier today. You'd think they was going to lose, but apparently not. And, Mandy still went over. So I get why they made this into a fatal four-way, but I am surprised by the finish of all this. Next, though, I know they did some with Index and Dushia, they're calling them. I guess they were having some Texas battle of who was the better couple. Then they start arguing with each other then. Walter went against LA Knight, which I noticed was a last minute match, and it was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but how much was it really to care about this match given that was last minute? I thought it was enjoyable, wasn't bad. I figured Walter was going to go over anyways. Like LA Knight, this guy never really seems to win a match. Some people think he needs to go to main roster. Yes, he does look like he's ready to go to main roster, but a lot of people question what will they do with him? Will he be mid card? What will he be? And whatnot if he goes to the main roster? Because it's not like he's getting any wins on NXT right now. I know a lot of people say they don't want to put him on the main. Some say due to his age, even though he looks in incredible shape right now. I don't know what they're doing with LA Knight right now. I just know he's been taking a lot of L's, but Walter was not going to take the L right here. But it was still, it was still good. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of just heavy shots in this match, just a brawl and whatnot. So Walter won, hit the splash, hit the power bomb, and that was it. In the main event, though, the NXT title was on the line. Braun Breaker coming out with a chainsaw, which they had the NXT 2.0 logo out there, and he ended up chopping the X in half with chopping X in half with the chainsaw, and then kicking it just like the black and goldie cut and whatnot. As Ziggler and Rude came out, Breaker trying to get a cheap shot at Ziggler in the beginning. This was a good match. Some say Ziggler had to carry this in a way, and Breaker's not bad. Yeah, he's only had like a handful of matches, but like I said, the guy, it's in his genes and whatnot. With the guy's a Steiner and stuff, so he's not bad. But yeah, some people really believe Ziggler did carry this, but this was not a bad match though. Okay, this was really good. Um, and stuff. I kind of figured Breaker was just going to win it back, but Bobby Roode getting involved several times, and the crowd was mostly hyped for this match. So, like I said, it was really, it was still a really enjoyable match. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Like I said, Rude getting involved at the last second again, but then Breaker going for the power slam, but Ziggler getting out of there. I raking him, throwing him like to the exposed turnbuckle on the second one, hit the super kick, and that was it. Now the question is really now, does Braun Breaker go to the main roster? Because they want this guy. They want this guy real bad and whatnot. I don't know if they're going to have him keep going after the NXT title or how long Ziggler will be sticking around NXT. So I didn't really kind of expect Ziggler to retain the championship, but given him winning, will we see Breaker this Monday night on Raw? Okay? And stuff. So I don't know. We will see what happens with Breaker. Will he be showing up there? I'm not sure. But like I said, with the exposed turnbuckle out there, is this an out from Braun Breaker? Will this lead to a rematch for Wednesday, or will we see Breaker show up on Raw, SmackDown, by Monday or Friday? I'm not really sure, but like I said, Ziggler, holding the title. Maybe he's going to be the champion for a while. Maybe someone else is going to get that shine to beat him for the belt. We'll see. Overall, this whole stand and deliver thing, it was okay. It was a good show. It's not NXT Takeover. It's not even close to NXT Takeover level show. I still think it was dumb to book this show on the same day as WrestleMania, especially this early in the day. I don't think it was a full crowd in general. I think they should have booked this maybe like a day before, on Thursday or something. I don't know why you need to do this on the same day as WrestleMania. Some of the finishes I just thought was kind of weird too at the same time. Because what can I really say about this? The main event was the main event. Walter and LA Knight wasn't bad. The women's match, rough here and there, but I was surprised Mandy Rose went over, but it was okay. MSK, I'm really confused why they still won the titles. That I didn't expect, and I don't think the crowd was with that all the way. D'Angelo and Ciampa was okay at best, so and whatnot. The ladder match was the ladder match, so it was a lot of title changes at the same time. The women's tag belts change, the North American title change. Well, what else really changed? I think it was only two belts that really changed because in the tag belts changed, the regular tag team title. So we had three title changes tonight. And, it was nice to see Triple H out there with Ciampa, but this was not a takeover level show. I thought it was okay. Like I said, it wasn't bad all the way, but at the same time, it's like, could this been a better show? Yes, it could have. Are people going to question the booking of what we saw today? Hell yeah, I've questioned it a little bit myself. I just got off the phone with somebody questioning the booking when I explained it to them. So I don't know how you all feel about Stand and Deliver today, but I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. Other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. I will see you guys later on tonight for WrestleMania. So other than that, see you guys then. Peace.